Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. We got a special show coming up, but first, our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center. We're looking today at a high of 86 and a low of 74, water temperature of 86 degrees. River readings, take a look at them. River readings at Bluffstown, 1.6. It looks like the Apalachicola is going to be disappearing. It's at 1.6 now, keep going down, it's going to go off the chart. Choctaw Caryville, we've talked all week about it being flat this weekend. Well, it's changed, and weather changes it. We're looking at a 4.9, and the river is rising at the Choctawhatchee at Ebro. Be aware of that. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Today, September 27th. Neap tides today, but Friday and Saturday, they're going to be really picking up, okay? So it's going to be better tides for the weekend. The marine forecast will be south-southwest at 12. We'll go ahead and we're going to show a video today, so I want to introduce it, so I'm sort of rushing through the weather. The one thing I want to do, though, I want to give away 2 pair of tickets. Bill Dozier brought some tickets by for this Bluegrass Festival this weekend out at Aaron Besson Park at the beach. Bluegrass at the beach. So I'm going to give away 2 pair, and we're going to do it this way. After the show ends, okay, after the show ends, give me a call. The first 2 callers, you pick them up here at Fox 28. Donna's our receptionist, and she'll have your name. So call me after the show for 2 free tickets. That's a weekend pass, too, if you like that bluegrass music, which is great American music. Now, let's talk about our video real quick. My friend Larry Brown and I were talking on a tuna fishing trip. He said, Winston, you ever just gone back and picked out your top 10 videos? I said, I hadn't really thought about it. We started thinking about it, so I wouldn't, I said, I hate to do that because I felt like I had so many good shows. He said, well, anyway, so I went back and looking at some shows other night. Last night I picked up this one. This is one of my favorites, so we're going to show it. It's a good red fishing trip with Justin and Matt, but they're taking Whitney, and Whitney's sort of hosting it. And I was looking at it last night, and it's really a favorite to me because, you know, of course, Whitney is so special to me, being my first grandchild, and then Matt and Justin are special to me, coming through my classes. I've known them since they were little, and they're so successful now doing what they love to do as fishermen and all. And to have the 3 of them together, and look back on it, Justin and Matt are just starting their Panama City Inshore guide service, and Whitney is really working on putting her show together. And I watched it last night. I just got a hoot out of it, and I think y'all going to really enjoy it. So every now and then I'm going to have a flashback going back to some Panhandle, I don't know what I'm going to call it, Panhandle Outdoors Classic, but that's what Larry Brown and I were talking about, and I really never had given it much thought about doing it. So every now, maybe once a month or 2, we'll go back to one of our classic shows, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So we got Whitney was just a natural. You can see that. A lot of y'all ask about her and all. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start it right now, and then we're going to take a break after we get it started. So Jeff, let's go ahead and start this Panhandle Outdoor Classic.
All right, we're going fishing with Panama City Inshore with Mr. Matt and Mr. Justin, and I am super excited. I can't wait to get out on the water and see what we're gonna do today, and I can't wait to get started.
First catch of the day.
There you go.
All right, Whitney, real quick, gear talk. What we're gonna use is a 7-foot medium action spinning rod. This is a Temple Fork Outfitters 7-foot rod. This is 10-pound braided line on a 3,000 size spool. Now what does all that mean? It means this thing will cast a light lure like this DOA Airhead. It'll cast it a long ways. This light braided line on a 7-foot rod will cast a long ways. These redfish are gonna be in a foot or less of water. When we're fishing them in that shallow water, We need to be quiet. We need to be able to cast a long ways. The water's been pretty cool lately, and we got a nice sunny day where we can see them well. And then also this bright sunshine is gonna warm these flats up as the day goes on. So these fish are gonna move up extremely shallow, and that's gonna let us see them and ultimately be able to cast to them and catch them.
Did you know that the all-tackle redfish world record was caught in Hatteras, North Carolina in 1984, and that big boy weighed a whopping 94 pounds? And we'll be right back. Thanks for watching our show. We're just about to make our first cast for redfish in the shallow flats in a bay in Northwest Florida. And Captain Justin Leak of PanamaCityInshore.com is doing a great job in showing me the finer points of fishing.
Just kind of slowly drag it back into the fish, or out in front of the fish. But when they grab this thing and you feel them pull, you want to pull back and set the hook.
Practice. Get in there and see it right. Couple of them. Being pushing. One more long cast.
Oh, here's the school right over here to the right. Hold on, walk through. All right, look. Make it long. Yeah, Matt. You see them up there?
Yeah.
That's the big one. Good, they're right where they're supposed to be.
Catch them.
Now just hold on tight just a sec. See them up there? Matt, yeah, come on, start pulling. I'm going to have to chase them a little bit. Dang, they're on the move, dude.
Go ahead.
Sometimes you tilt your head one way or the other, the polarization in your glasses will work better.
Oh, I see it.
So I always try to tilt my head till I knock as much glare off the water as possible.
Whoa, that really does work.
If you're sitting on your couch watching this, you can't test it out from your house. You got to get out in the water and tilt that head.
That's really cool.
Really works on days where your visibility's not as good, cloudy.
Yeah, that's not.
Got them. They're pushing from left to right, coming my way.
Oh, there's more. I know there's about 100 off to the right here.
I'm about to catch one.
Power pole down here.
School, here they come at me. I'm about to catch one.
There we go.
Get in. Come on.
No, it's really tight. There you go. Excellent. And then just follow him around. He's probably gonna go around the boat. You just don't want to let the line hit the boat. You can see it right there. He came off right there. Oh well, Matt's got one on. Put him in the live well for now. Okay. Right. Here we go. Red fish.
Now we'll be right back with more red fishing in Northwest Florida with PanamaCityInshore.com on Panhandle Outdoors. Thank you for doing business with our sponsors. And don't forget to tell them that you saw them on our show. Now back to our red fishing trip with Captains Justin Leake and Matt Smith of PanamaCityInshore.com.
Just go and make a long cast up. That's good. That's a perfect cast. All right, close it and start to reel it, start to reel it, start to reel it. Nice and easy now. Nice, easy reel. I can see some kind of shadow. I can't tell.
Whitney, since you're a deer hunter, you'll understand this. A lot of this is just like seeing a big buck in the woods. Very seldom do you ever just see that big buck, every bit of his body standing out. You see a tail, see a tip of his horn, his chest, his nose, his ear flicker. That's all we see a lot of times when we see these fish.
Hold your rod up high. Here, hold on. When you're waving it around like that, when you go down, it's winding slack line on the reel. So hold it up high. Okay. And then just kind of wind it steady. That's it. And that'll put the line back on the spool nice and smooth.
Big school of fish. Yeah, they're big too.
Yeah, let's hang tight for a minute. I think they're gonna wind right around the front of the...
Right in that trough, I just saw another one. They're just staying out of range. In front of you, about 80 yards, they just rolled again. Okay. Big. Keep going.
About halfway between us and that bar?
Between you and that other boat, yeah, keep going on the line of that other boat.
Okay, so pull towards.
Yeah, watch, he just rolled. They're big fish, and they're just rolling and feeding. Just got to get to where you can see him. He just lit up out there. I think I see him, Justin. Right here, 1 o'clock of me.
Okay.
Still, you got about 2 or 3 casting lengths ahead. Watching, we've got a school of fish up here in front of the boat, and we're trying to get up close enough in range, but not move too quickly, make too much noise, too much movement, to be able to get a cast in close enough to hopefully get one to eat. A lot like hunting, as you can see.
Yeah, straight, just make the cast. They're right in front of the boat. You're in them? All right, now start to reel.
Slowly, just kind of. Got him, all right.
You got him.
Whitney. Slow and steady, just keep constant pressure. There you go.
There we go, got 2 on.
All right. Nice, guys.
All right, I keep mine. I'm gonna come.
Yeah, you're good. That's it. Here, no, just take your time with him. Don't. Just let him run. He'll take some line and run. Just let him do it.
What do you think, Whitney?
And Matt, I still got 20 right here on me.
Cool. I'm good. I don't want to foul you up.
Oh yeah, they're still all right in front of the boat. This is the school we wanted right here.
Bingo.
Woo, son.
All right, I'm going to start coming in for the close-ups.
All right, hey, look, when you get your cast, just beyond me.
They're
not going over the bar, they're right in front of us right here.
For once, I'm not going to let a fish distract me, and I'm going to try to do good by the cameraman.
Oh, keep right down low. Keep your rod down low, just don't let it hit the boat. That's it. Reel them up a little bit. There it is, that's it. Now don't line them anymore. You have to lift them up a little bit. What a pig! What a pig! That's it, here. Don't pull on them real hard.
All right. Oh, man.
That's one of those defective bent rods right there. She's got an angry one on up there too. Alright, Whitney. Turn around. Smile.
That's awesome.
That's probably just over the slot.
I'd say so.
That's about a 27.5, 28-inch redfish.
Wow.
Beautiful fish.
I want to hold him, but I want to reel this one in.
Do you want to take them?
Sure.
Alright. This is yours right here anyway, so. I just put both hands up under him. Here, there you go. Just let he'll stay pretty still.
That's awesome. He's croaking.
Could you see them all out there when we were casting over there?
I saw 'em.
Cool. The good news is, I think they're all still right over here in front of us. Now you can just set him in the water and hold him by his tail, and then just let him swim off.
That's so cool.
I don't know if you might have to lay down probably.
Kind of hold on to his tail around the base.
Yeah.
That way he stays
Set him in the water and
upright
just hold him by his tail.
Want to just kind of revive him a little bit.
That's right. Just so you can let go of his head side. As long as he swims off, he'll be in good shape. He'll hold him.
There he goes.
There's another one right there, beauty.
He's pretty.
Redfish are funny. Sometimes you have to, just like Whitney was reviving the fish in the water, put a redfish in a live well. He doesn't always have his bearings, and you got to support him.
Yeah, come on, go. Both those fish we just caught are upper slot fish. One of them's just within the slot. That's the perfect tournament fish. You know, it's just under 27 inches. Our redfish here in Florida got to be between 18 and 27 inches. And this is a tournament angler's dream. These fish are all going to be, you know, a ½ inch under the slot, 26.5 inches to about 28 inches. So you could pull through some of these fish right here, find some nice tournament fish.
Might be.
Whitney, this is the only time your dad will encourage you to go to the bar, the sand bar.
Captain Justin has a great sense of humor, and he knows a lot about fishing. Now don't change the channel or fast forward through these commercials. We'll be right back. Alright, we're about to wrap up our fishing trip with PanamaCityInshore.com. But before you go, make sure you check out our website, Facebook, and Instagram page so you can keep up with where we are and what we're doing. We would love to meet every viewer face to face. We just hope that there's more than 10 of you.
Before they kind of interrupted our party, well, see how this bar, this shallower water, see how it's lighter colored right here? And it angles into the beach to that big tree. So you can see there's another shallow bar. So it's a lot like deer hunting where you try to hunt like a pinch point. It's exactly what this is. See, these redfish don't want to go up over this real shallow bar, so they'll kind of follow this trough right in here to the bank.
This is what everybody wants to do. It's what made shallow water fishing really such a...
I mean, because you can go to the Keys and go bone fishing down there, and it's not going to be any different than what you just did. As far as, you know, seeing the fish, throwing up there, the size of them, you know, the fast screaming drag off the reel. It's really just like bone fishing. The only difference is these are actually good to eat too.
Yep. One of the biggest challenges is determining where the fish are in a relatively short amount of time. Have big open expanses of water, and that comes down to understanding the tide and where that will place the fish on any given day depending on the area. And so you really are going against time to quickly figure out where those fish are and then be able to keep up with them because they're constantly on the move, moving in, moving out, feeding, and so that's why we move so much. Sitting in one spot a lot of times just isn't as productive.
Yep. You're looking right at them. That's it. They're right out there in them. That's perfect. All right, you're right in them. You're right in. All right, go ahead and close it. Reel down on them. Reel down. You're in them. You're in them. Get them. There you go.
Got him, got him, got him, got him.
Nice. I can see him way out there on the surface.
I see him.
God, look at him. Looks like a tank out there. All right.
If you want to have a great time red fishing, you have to go with the guys at PanamaCityInshore.com.
We've had a great day on the bay. A lot of times people see film like this and think it just automatically comes together. At the end of the day, there's hundreds of hours, if not thousands of hours, we put in out here over the course of a year to stay on top of these fish and be able to come to the location and catch fish like we did today. Our bay system is actually comprised of 4 different bays, which total about 169,000 acres of water. That gives you an idea of how expansive, how vast it is, and it changes every day and is different all through the different seasons. So it's really an accomplishment to be able to stay on top of the fish through all the seasons and really dissect this amount of water. You can see how much water there is out here just behind us.
Alright, we just wrapped up our fishing trip. I had a lot of fun red fishing out on the bay with Mr. Matt and Mr. Justin with PanamaCityInshore.com. Thanks for watching Panhandle Outdoors.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.